Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about how to survive a concert. I know that it's not really about survival, it's more about more annoyances that could happen during a concert and how you can prepare for it. And I make this video because I've been to a concert and my EDC bag saved the day on multiple times. I've made a video about the things that are in my EDC, so this EDC is not specifically designed to go to a concert because it was rather in an impulsive way. I went to the concert, so I did not specially utilize my EDC for it, but I will show you what you can do with the EDC. I would say look at my video about what's in my EDC and how it helped me during the concert. So, but before we do that, if you're interested in detective stories, in the description there will be a link to my first book called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you're interested, take a look. So, my EDC. Yeah, I always carry a large. This is always the standard size of EDC because, yeah, it's for everyday carry and I go to a lot of places, so always handy. And the first thing I want to mention is, if you're in an EDC, I would say I always put a red cross on top of it in case there is somebody with problems. People know that you could help them. I will always say help people if you're able to, not only with knowledge but also with my first aid kit around here. And the second is that is my blood type O negative, and that's in case I get hurt on the concert or I have something a big problem with bleedings, and they know what kind of blood type I have. So that's kind of a handy thing. Yeah. So first thing, because usually during the summer I keep my glasses on the side of my EDC. If you go to a concert, please always take sunglasses with you, because if you're in a concert, it's full sun, like in the summertime, and yeah, it's open space. You really going to need some glasses, and if you take your glasses with you, you don't have to buy them at the concert themselves, which they will ask a lot of money for. So don't forget your sunglasses during the summer wherever you go, because in a concert, and if the stage is towards the sun and you want to look at the stage, you will hurt your eyes very bad without sunglasses. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, uh, I always carry water with me. I know a lot of concerts will say you cannot bring water into the concert, so that's something you need to research for. But I would say you can take your chances. If they say you cannot bring water with you for some reason, you can do two things. You could either say, I'm very prone to getting dry. I have a condition that I need my water, or something like that. That you need your water, and that way you can perhaps be allowed to take the water. They usually do this because they are afraid that you will take some water laced with drugs to sell towards this. So yeah, let them check it for to make sure that it is really water. If they still are stubborn and they say no, you cannot bring water in here, you have to buy it at a place. I would say, oh yeah, and before you make the bullshit reason, if it's really hot, they will perhaps allow you to bring some water with you. But I always have this metal canteen bottle of water with me, and if they say no, you open it, you pour it out, and you take it with you. Why? Because if you go inside and you are going to the toilets, I would say do not drink the water directly from the places from where the lavatories are, because the place where you can wash your hands, it could be like with the second Woodstock thing, that the water supply got contaminated by excrements from the toilets. I would say I always have a water filter with me in my EDC. Take your filter, filter the water at least, so that you do not get diarrhea or bacteria or something worse with it if you're going to fill it at the lavatories. And that's in case, because like in the summertime, in Belgium at least, there are some places where you can get some free water, but I know a lot of places don't have these. So have a water filter and have a container to put that filtered water inside of it. All right, let's go to the next thing. Um, Always bring some paper handkerchiefs with you for several reasons. Could be for if you're eating something over there and you need to clean your mouth. You have some sauce from your Doritos or from your fries. on top of your shirt, you can wipe it away. Or in case, because this could be a problem for a lot of concerts when there's no toilet paper in the toilets. So you go into the toilet to take a shit and the cubicle, and some drunk retard nicked all the toilet paper. At least you will have this emergency toilet paper with you, so that's handy. Let's go to the next thing. Of course, there are several things in here. I'll go first to this one. Always bring a first aid kit with you. There are on a concert there are a lot of first aid officials because they're required to have those. But I always would say take your first aid kit with you for minor things or to help other people that have been wounded for some reason. So that's handy. And don't forget for severe things, some Israeli bandages. This is in case there is something worse going on. I would say this is for more something like a spree killer or terrorist attack that could happen at concerts. We all think about the Las Vegas shooting, where hundreds of people got shot from the upper floors that look down on the concert with a machine gun, with an assault rifle. So yeah, that could be very handy. It's between a tourniquet and a high pressure bandage. So always have one of these. Security cannot complain that you bring those with you. That is a little bit sneaky one. I always carry some alcohol with me. It's either rum or whiskey. Why? Because yesterday at a concert, it was a free concert. So they have to make their money some other way, and they did it by charging a lot for booze. So yeah, the sodas were cheaper than beer. So what did we do? We bought just sodas and we laced them with the alcohol that I always have with me. I always take hard liquor because in case of emergency I can use it to disinfect the wound. But in this case, I had my good whiskey in it, and we divided under 3 persons, and we got pretty drunk. So yeah, that's have has saved us a lot of money actually, to be honest. So yeah, could be a little bit handy a trick or something. But yet again, if you're at a concert where you have to open your bags and they see that, yeah, could be a problem. But for an open concert, it's usually not. So check first what kind of security there will be at the place. Is it open a concert? Is it a closed concert? Or how tight are they? So yeah. So another thing is this thing. If you're at an open concert, it's summertime. For the love of God, don't forget sunscreen. I always use this not olive oil, coconut oil for sunscreen, but you can just take a commercial sunscreen with you. But for the love of God, take this with you. If you're at a whole day at a concert in an open place with full sun, you are going to need this. Otherwise, you will burn your skin, and that can have long-term consequences. But it will hurt like a motherfucker the day after. So another thing is, yeah, it is from yesterday actually. Still, as you can see, this is one of those disposable ponchos. I know it's big now, but when it's folded up, it's something the size of this. Very small, very compact, but unexpectedly it started to rain, and yeah, I had my jacket, but one of my friends did not have a jacket. Was in his shirt, started to rain, so I could give him this, and that saved him a lot of how I would say wet clothing, and yeah, it could get a little bit cooler in the night. So yeah, always have one of those disposable ponchos with you, rain ponchos with you. Could be very handy. And yeah, the same thing with the Shimak. I love the Shimak. I would say look at my video about the 50 survival uses of a Shimak. But yet again, to my other friends, I gave this Shimak, so when it started to rain, he could put it around him like him, and he got less wet than he did. But even then, when it's like I said, when it's very hot, very sunny, excuse me, you can put it around you to protect your neck, your face a little bit against the sun. You can wear it like perhaps like a Shimak that protect you from the sun, or in the opposite end, when it gets colder, a lot of how do you say people who go to concerts, they don't have much clothing on, and when it starts to get night, a lot of those people will forget gonna get cold. So one of my friends could wrap this around them, and yeah, it was a little bit more manageable for them to have something like this. Or you can carry it around your head if you have a jacket, and that could be like a hat that keeps your head warm. So a Shimak could do a lot of things. If you got some, if you really want to buy off some of those expensive bullshit things from the, how do you say this, in the concert, and you don't have a bag, you can use the Shimak, put your gear in, and use it as a bag to carry that bullshit with you, or yeah, something like that. All right, let's go to the next thing. I would always advise to bring something to eat. I always have my emergency rations. This is 500 calories, but you can also bring some small things like snacks, or something sugary for people that are starting to faint because they've been doing a lot of dancing, and it's very hot, and they start to faint a little bit. They need some sugar. Could be handy for certain people. Um, Always bring some extra money with you. Is something that I always advise, just in case your car doesn't work and you, yeah, really need some money for some water or something else. Could always happen. Uh, in this thing, that is very important. I would say this is one of the most important things that you can take at the concert: earplugs. I've seen a lot of people standing very close to the boxes of a concert, and they did not wear ear protection. Those people will go home with tinnitus, which is always that sound, and it means that you damage your hearing forever. But if you go to a concert, I always keep this in my EDC wherever I go. Have some earplugs in your EDC. For the love of God, you don't want to become deaf. And it's also handy if you go to a shooting range and you forgot your head plugs. So yeah, I would say don't forget those. Yet again, tourniquet in case there is something more severe going on. And yeah, together with the bandage, you can not only help yourself, but you can also help your other people or multiple people if they are severely wounded. All right. Another thing that could be handy, just a lighter. Why? Because a lot of people smoke, and if some special little lady don't want to smoke and does not have a fire, you could help them and introduce yourself a little bit. But I would not like to date such person because I don't like smokers. Another thing that I would highly advise to do at a concert, I'm going to put it like this. I always carry a padlock with me for the gym, but a padlock, I would say, bring it with you, because it is if you're at a concert, there are a lot of people around you, very close. There's always somebody touching you, especially in a crowded area, and there's a lot of danger for pickpockets and thieves that can get into your bag. If people are all around you are mosh pitting you a little bit, and some evil person, coward, wants to get into your bag, you can just go like and grab what's inside of it and move into the crowd, and you would even not notice. So if you're scared for that, I would say use your lock, take your zips, how do you say it? Your zippers, close it, and then at least they cannot open it just like that. So if you have your wallet, or some other precious things, your cell phones, put them then in the bag, perhaps from other people around you that have only small pockets that could easily be pickpocket. Put them in the bag and close it off with this, and it will be more safe. All right. Yeah. Another thing, I always carry a multi-tool with me. This is usually my Leatherman or my Swiss Army knife, and that could be a problem, especially when there's security. At a free concert, there's usually not much security, but more police around. But yes, like yesterday. But I know some concerts will be very, very. How do you say it? They will check your bags, and if they find this with you, you either have to give it away, leave it to somebody else outside, or yeah, you're fucked. But I always try to sneak it in if I get the chance. You can either bury it somewhere to pick it up later and hope that nobody sees you. So be a little bit careful that somebody else behind you will not dig it up again. You can put it in a little bit plastic bag, or you put it in a place. What I did before going to the concert, because there were some, I thought there was security points, so I took my army knife and I put them in the sleeve of my jacket. My jacket has a lot of zippers, so if they would go around with some metal thing, they would think it's all because of the zippers. Or you can put it in your socks to close to your shoes. But yeah, that's a little bit always a tricky thing to do with concerts. Yeah, that is some of my improvised pepper spray. It's in a bottle of hand gel. So yeah, if security would look, they would see it's hand gel, but perhaps they would be worried that it would be drugs. So I would also perhaps, yeah, discard of it if you are afraid that you will not be let in. I always have soap with me for if I go to the gym to wash. But this soap could be handy because a lot of soap at concerts, they are running out very fast. So in case you get dirty, because dirt could be always happening when you fall down, because in the crowd you get dirty. You can use some of your water soap to wash yourself a little bit at the place itself, or at the lavatory when the soap is out. Another thing is I always carry my, how do you say this, my my multi-saving tool. It has a mirror, and this could be handy for several things. This could be handy for in case you are dirty and you want to wash yourself a little bit up, or in case your hair gets a little bit. I always have a comb for in the gym that you can comb yourself. Not that that's a problem with me, but some special little ladies want to look at their nice, and yeah, could help them a little bit. So yeah, these are the things that are always in my EDC, but could help me and could help me great with the concert that I've been to, and also to the concerts that I'm probably going to in the future. So yeah, I hope this video helped you a little bit to be a little bit more careful to go to concert, or in case you go to a concert, how you can avoid a lot of smaller problems. I know it's not really survival, but it's more EDC annoyances that could happen and could save the day actually. And there's one more thing I want to add. If you get one of these ponchos, there are also ponchos that are a little bit bigger, but you can fold them up and put them in your bag. If you're at a concert and you need to sit down and there's no place to sit down, and the ground is moist because of rain of still wet from previous days, or some dew, you can use your poncho, strike it out, and you have a waterproof mat you can sit on, rest on, or do whatever you want. Kiss with your special little lady on top of it, whatever. That's also something you can do. So yeah, like I said, I hope this video helped. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!